Queen City Championship presented by P&G. Grant Boone, Morgan Pressel watching #1 in the world, Gino.
Trying to make a move here. 3 birdies on her card already. Make that 4.
And there would be more where that came from. This at the 14th.
She leads the tour in putts per green and regulation. Really got her putter heated up on this back 9.
2 in a row. She would birdie 15 as well. Could she make it 4 straight?
It's interesting. She said she was surprised by the way she played today. Wasn't feeling very confident coming into the round. Hit 17 greens, 13 fairways.
In her 4th, and that would give Shinetti the lead back. World #2, Nelly Korda for a birdie at 9.
Very colorful scorecard today, and that would continue here at 9. Only has 2 birdies, or 2 pars, excuse me, through the front 9.
And that 9th, always. They're going low again.
Beautiful scoring conditions.
And at the 10th, there's Nelly, and here's Kay.
Yeah, hitting from an elevated tee. That was just a fairway wood for placement, not a long par 4.
It's just another gorgeous day to play. Quite a bit of war.
At the 10th, the second shot for Nelly Korda.
Fortunate to have a level lie. Pulled that one a bit.
Similar to Rose's shot off the tee. The pull goes a little bit
Fast and firm last year. Lydia Ko likened it to a U.S. Women's Open. A little softer this year, but the score is again really low. And here's Nelly's 3rd.
Just conditions, and the weather is expected to be lovely through the week as well. Rose's book, Kay, has had a lot of one-handed finishes. That's kind of a Rose staple, especially when she hits it to about 5 feet.
Yeah. All right, a chance for Nelly to unleash here. You can do that at TPC Rivers Bend.
You can, as Morgan said, these fairways are fairly generous, so that makes players more relaxed on the tee and more comfortable. And Nelly can certainly take it to another level or another gear. Ooh, pulled that one, hoping to get away with it.
Oh, another one-handed follow through. It's contagious.
Yeah, that'll be okay. Depending on what she can do.
At the 11th, this is a birdie putt at the par 5 for Japan's Ryo Takeda. I'd almost kind of given that one to her. So solid. Has been leading at Louise Suggs Rolex Rookie of the Year race pretty much the entire. All right, here's Nelly.
Nelly really lucked out. I mean, she could have been blocked out by the trees. She has a shot to the green. Ball is sitting rather well in the rough. It is below her feet. Went after that with a 4 hybrid. Left that
I'm
out
shocked,
to
Kay,
the
she
right.
could get that much on it, that she had any kind of a shot from where we saw her. It looked like her ball ended up. That was impressive.
Yeah, super lucky right there.
3rd shot at the par 5 11th for Nelly Korda.
35 paces to the hole. Little right to left tilt to the green from her angle.
How about that?
Wonderful creativity there, Kay. Lands it in the perfect spot.
Game from these 3, approaching their 3rd shots from widely different angles and different lies, and each did a great job of getting their ball into position for birdie. Nelly talked about being aggressive on the par 5s. Yesterday she birdied 3 out of the 4. Today she's already birdied the 2 on the front 9. This for her 3rd on the par 5s.
14 birdies, leading the field, and she's still got 7 holes to go. The other, she's
it's going to be a very slow putt back up the hill.
Yes, exactly.
all right. This hour of Top Tracer technology presented by Progressive Insurance. Nelly Korda on the tee.
Not surprising to see her go with 1 club less. This is a good club for her, 8-iron. She can launch this high, play a little left of the flag, and utilize this little slope. Pulled that one quite a bit.
Yeah, too much turn on that one. That's going to be a tricky leave. Everything sloping away from her into her.
Trying to win for the first time and keep the streak going. Here's Nelly just off the green.
Yeah, I got 20.
Yeah, Nelly's going to be first. She is away. It's, relatively speaking, it's not the most difficult. The problem is it's a little bit uphill the first part. Then there's a ridge and it starts going very speedily downhill. And so it'll be interesting to see where she decides to land this. Oh, I like that play. Kind of killed it into the upslope.
How about these last 2 pitch shots?
That's kind of similar to the same shot she tried to play, or she did play on the previous hole, bouncing it into that upslope to better be able to control the release. And that one, the opposite, very quick down the hill, but manages it perfectly. A little tentative with a couple of her putts here on this back 9.
To the 13th, Rio Takeda.
Her location on the 13th is in a bowl today on the back right of this green.
Yes. She's got to really play lights out coming in. Now Nelly for par. Now that's a good up and down. 2 straight up and downs. 1 for birdie and 1 for par for Nelly. She stays 9 under.
Rare par for Nelly today.
A rare par for Nelly. Up ahead, Rio Takeda. Her approach rolled just past the hole. This to get to 4 under. Cut line's about to move to -3.
That's interesting. I always think about the last couple holes, and the last couple holes on both 9s are the hardest and the easiest.
Yeah.
The last 2 holes of each. So kind of a toss-up there.
Agree. Nelly.
Yeah, this hit pretty hard down the right side.
I just landed into a bit of an upslope, so it took a lot of the momentum off of that tee ball that Rose had.
Nelly next.
Nelly, the longest drive, just by a couple paces from the right-hand side. A rather level lie. See how close she can hit this.
Yeah,
Very.
good one.
That's going to
Pretty
take
good.
Nelly to 10 under par.
Can't quite tell if that clipped the tree or not.
14 tee. Nelly.
All systems go. To hammer this down the right center. This fairway tilts a bit from right to left.
And the
Players
easiest
are
fairways.
generally aiming at that TV tower, Morgan.
Yeah,
Still -2 at the moment. And now Nelly.
It is, yeah. It's playing the number, all of 117.
That should be just a good normal gap wedge for Nelly as well. Basically a half a pace ahead of where Rose hit. Oh, that kind of shot to the right.
All right, that's been high.
Divot stuck to the club face and it did get to that proper tier.
yeah, just a little bit of a quick putt from that position, slightly down the hill. Look at this divot get stuck to the club face.
Makes it easier to replace because it's right there.
That'll make it Jason's job easy there.
So she'll have it to the top of the leaderboard on a weekend as we play late here on a Friday. And Nelly Korda didn't love how that came off the face of the club, but it does give her a chance for another birdie.
It's one of those shots, Grant, that looks better and better as you get closer to the green. And her caddy, Jason, was right. She's hole high right. Doesn't have to worry about a tremendous amount of excess speed.
All right, good try.
Finished 5th here last year, although Lydia really ran away with it on Sunday, shooting 63 to win by 5. Nelly right there, tied for 3rd.
It's a perfect golf course for her, and the way that she's...
Nelly Korda on the tee at the 15th.
Definitely looking down the left half of the fairway. Pulled it a little bit more than she would have liked.
Pull on percent confident with her golf swing. That was a good one right there.
So here comes Nelly, world number 2, held that number 1 ranking for over 100 weeks and 70 weeks consecutively from March of last year up until August of this year. Putting yourself in position has not been the big challenge this year for the first 2 days. It's good Saturdays and good Sundays that have just been hard to come by for Nelly.
I mean, every day pulls.
How about Nelly?
Well, Nelly is, her lie is not as bad as I initially thought. It's kind of down grain. It's not ideal, but she's going to go with a wedge and just hit a little one.
I definitely tried to keep that tried to keep that acceleration up, but took too much off of it, Kay.
She sure did, and it just kind of fell out of the sky and then got a bad kick. It's down in the rocks. I'm not sure she's going to have a shot.
Wow, you can see down there at the bottom has made her way onto the first page of the leaderboard. So Nelly taking a drop here at 15. 3 under, so it could easily go to -3. So Nelly, who leads the field in birdies, she's got 5 bogeys on the card as well. Trying to limit it to just a bogey here.
Certainly, I think she'd be quite pleased at this point to get this up and in for the bogey 5. Had to drop in the rough.
Yeah, really well done from her.
Yeah, good touch right there.
So good from the tight lies. That was pretty good. Like her first year 2 years ago, left the tour, then came back, and it's been very solid. Bogey putt for Nelly. Okay. So she'll fall back to 9 under, but could have been worse.
Yeah, that was a big save right there. I mean, unfortunate with only about a...
On the tee at the par 3 16th, Nelly Korda.
A little right of the hole just to kind of take that slope out of play left. Yeah, that shadow there.
Great last words of advice for Jason. Lottie Woad came up short right in the rough. You can go ahead and hit this a little right of the flag and utilize some slope that'll bring it back down to the hole. Left of the flag will go down into a low swale or even off the green.
Yeah, it's been her miss a little left here. Is that going to stay on top?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
To be up the right side for that left hole location.
All right, a long putt here for Nelly at the 16th. You have a read on it, Kay?
Well, I'm considering it about 40 feet, and I think she's lucky that it didn't hit that little swale and go down to the left side of the green, because when it does, it often goes off the edge of the green. So at least she's putting back uphill, just slightly back uphill with some left to right break. I don't think there's anything crazy going on with this putt, so it should be pretty easy to get it within tap-in range.
Seen her have some pretty good speed, good control of the speed here so far this week, Kay.
Well, the speed and the read were a little bit off on that one. She saw.
And at the 16th, Nelly Korda for her par.
Taking some extra time with this putt, a few extra practice strokes behind the ball. She knows this is important to avoid going back-to-back bogey.
Go now.
Okay, delicate as you saw. I think about 11 and 12 with some nice ups and downs.
On the golf course, Kay.
That's interesting because it looks pretty benign. It's fairly flat. Maybe it's the mentality of knowing what's up ahead, the tricky second shot down to the green that sits well below near a pond.
I was kind of surprised, considering the whole location is more benign today, that it's still playing the same scoring average, still playing really tough. Second toughest hole of the day.
Interesting. Nelly pushed this one as well. Flirting with the bunker. That looks like it's in it. Fortunately, these bunkers are fairly flat, and as long as you're not up next to pretty close to the lip, I wouldn't be surprised if she might lay up.
Yeah, I think the 9-irons, yes. I think you take the 8 out of equation and hit it at the 9-iron at the... Absolutely, 100% on the 9. You gotta, I think you can see that guy or the... Okay, yeah, I like that line, and it'll kick in from there.
So playing out to the right with enough loft to ensure she gets over the lip. Really unlucky that it released through to this point. It becomes a real penalty when you miss this fairway.
Just trying to take her medicine, get it out of the bunker. Job number 1. Leaves it in a good spot there. Probably the best she could have done from that position.
Very much, Mel. Well done with the interview. Nelly Korda now she paced it off to the hole, 51 yards from ball to hole. Oh, that needs to sit. Just got a little too much momentum on the first part of that.
I look like it settled into a rough lie. I was interested in the club twirl there.
So errant tee shots at 15 and 17. Who has escaped from the bunker, or from the rough, and has a birdie putt. She's waiting for Nelly, who has this for her 4th.
Yeah, from just over the green. Decent lie.
All right, so she's going to drop shots at 15 and 17 after getting it to 10 under. And it was the tee shots that really cost her.
Yeah, we've seen it all week. She's made a ton of birdies, but has also had a few unforced errors that have cost her shots here. 18, opportunity certainly for a birdie, potentially for an eagle to finish strong.
4th bogey of the day today, 3 yesterday. But 15 birdies leading the field. All right, one more tee shot for Nelly Korda, and this club has betrayed her here in the last couple of opportunities.
It has. That's not like her. Let's see if she can tag this one and end on a good note. Then maybe she doesn't have to go to the driving range and practice as much.
Oh, this leaking dangerously.
Oh, she's okay.
Oh, boy.
Because
Plenty
she hit
to
it
carry.
solidly enough. Yeah, beautiful.
All right, so Nelly looking to bounce. Even she liked that one. Well, Nelly flirted with that rough on the right side. Instead, it kicked into a perfect position. Here's her 2nd.
Just a gorgeous drive, able to come in with a 6-iron. It's got a good line if it's the right distance.
Like a real balanced swing with that ball a little bit below her feet, but what a bounce that took. She did not get rewarded for a good golf swing right there.
However, Lottie Wood and Nelly Korda will, and they both have eagle putts, but Nelly's, because of that release on the 6-iron, is much more challenging. It's a long, treacherous putt, Morgan, that, I mean, this is one of those you'd probably need to putt multiple times to try to get within a 3-foot circle. It has got a lot of right to left movement, and it's fast.
Yeah, and with the shadows, Kay, makes it that much harder.
Yeah, this is where you just have to really be creative and lock into the feel and just try to imagine the line and the speed that you see this ball rolling and give it your best effort.
She already has 7 birdies on her card today, 8 yesterday. This is tracking.
Oh, that was magnificent. I have to say that was really hard to judge, and she judged it beautifully.
You know, when she has made mistakes, she has mitigated. She's limited the damage, like on 15 when she found that penalty area with her second, able to get up and down, curl in her bogey putt. So that's going to take her back to 9 under, and her reaction, she was getting a little greedy here. Let's go ahead and make it for eagle. It's going to take her to 9 under and a share of 6th. Veteran out there, just 21 years old. And now Nelly. This is going to be for her 16th birdie of the week, leading the field. Now the challenge is just to eliminate some of those hiccups.
She certainly knows with her power she can take full advantage of this golf course, but just need to tighten up some of those mistakes this weekend to really have a chance.
All right, Nelly's good friend, Olivia Cowan, has this for birdie at the 15th. Maybe she'll play with Nelly on the weekend. Well, that's a great birdie on a tough hole.
We've seen players really struggle to read that green.
All smiles here, especially after that brilliant 2-putt at the 18th. Talk about a little bit of the flow of today. There were a lot of brilliant shots, a lot of birdies, and a few others. How would you kind of categorize the day in general?
Yeah, I think I actually had that yesterday as well. Just like a roller coaster. You know, fortunate that there was more good than bad, but you know, have to minimize the mistakes if I want to really climb the leaderboard at the end of the day. But overall, you know, happy with my round.
You clearly love this golf course. Played well here last year. What is it that draws the best out in your game?
I think you can just be really aggressive, kind of suits my game. Definitely plays towards the longer hitters, I would say, especially with the par 5s. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, this golf course is about being aggressive and taking your chances, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it seemed like the only time any of you really got into trouble was when you were off the fairway, and that clearly makes the hole a little bit harder. So basically, thoughts on this weekend upcoming and what you have to do to try to catch Shanate, who sort of put the pedal down.
Yeah, it's just, you know, trying to minimize those mistakes. The rough is a little tricky. Just on that one that I hit it into the hazard, it kind of came out dead and it didn't really fly, and then I've had flyers out of there too. So making sure that you're in the fairways and staying aggressive, I think, is going to be the key to this weekend.
Well, keep focusing on the fact you've made 15 birdies and lead the field so far in that stat, so congrats. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Okay, Nelly, thanks.